But you've already got some good stories. It's part of what Budge is about, I think. And I got to read some of your personal stories, and I want to share with the rest of the audience a couple of nuggets that I pulled out. Reading some of these stories, though, Jay, Basic Training Command may want to upgun their spelling curriculum. I read that SO3 Bender and SO3 Abby spent years as lifeguards, one on Venice Beach and one in Florida, leaving one young man's dream behind to follow another, from lifeguard to Navy SEAL. Good job, guys. It's great, huh? SO3 Gargan was a struggling musician before he came into the Navy. My other son is a struggling musician, and parents, I worry more about my son who's a struggling musician than I do about the one who's a Navy SEAL. SO3 Aquino joined the Navy after being bored running his own restaurant, which apparently was pretty successful because he said he served a number of celebrity athletes like Phil Mickelson, Jason Williams, Phil Rivers and their families, along with, in his words, many mafiosos and corrupt politicians. Now, I'm glad he didn't name names. In these personal stories, they also add some of their fondest memories from Budge. They add them because Jay tells them to. And I enjoy reading, I'll share a couple of those with you. Watching the sun come up on Friday morning of Hell Week, which for, what is it, class 302 now? Just finished? Hell Week? 303? They got to do that this morning. Spending Thanksgiving Day on San Clemente Island. Sledding off the cliffs in Alaska after the instructors left. Yeah, when the cats were away. My first free fall jump. My first night jump. That night Dreger dive without wetsuit in December. One of the guys mentioned a dance party in the weapons cleaning room at San Clemente Island. No girls. Knowing that the instructors were lost during the long patrol in that whiteout in Alaska. Boy, ain't it great watching the instructors screw up? It doesn't get any better than that, does it? And how smelly our camp was on Survivor Island in Alaska after Bender and Jenkins ate the seaweed against our recommendation. I don't know what that's about, but I think my favorite was being allowed to soil myself during Hell Week, and it was socially acceptable. Finally, it's socially acceptable. I would like to tell you some of my Budge stories, but I also know nobody cares. Ask any frogmen. The only Budge stories they care about are from their class, and especially the ones with them in it. So I will spare you that. Now, when I signed up for the SEALs, hardly anybody knew what a SEAL was or what Budge was. I remember when I was in training, I was trying to impress some young lady into thinking I was somebody, particularly somebody she might be interested in. And I was telling her I was going to be a frogman and go work with the SEALs. And she said, "Ooh, you're going to go work with the frogs and the seals? Are you working at SeaWorld? How cool." You guys don't have that problem.